Hi everybody, welcome to another local show with Kasey, and today we're going to be interviewing Willix, and I'm just waiting on them to join right now, so once they join, then we will get going, and it will go amazingly, and so I'm just waiting. um, should be any second now, so. I wish the Jeopardy song could be playing right now. Da, 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 da. Oh, we're still waiting. Well, I know. Happy birthday, Katie Rins. I don't know how to say that. Hi, Lauren. I know that you're watching. I'm just waiting for them. I'm in the studio right now if anyone wants to see what 95.7 The Spin looks like. We've got our nice plexiglass for Corona. And then we've got our nice reminders. And then they're joining. I had to stop. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
We're gonna move our camera so you can see us. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Cool.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
What have you guys been up to today?
Just
Working.
hanging out. Yeah, I was delivering for Amazon today,
Yeah.
so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Doing day jobs.
What's the weather like in Nashville right now?
It's really nice
It's
today.
so
It's like in
nice.
the 70s.
It's starting to feel fallish. The leaves are falling, and
Yeah, that's how
fun.
it feels in Evansville. It was like 60s today, and I was like, yes.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I don't have to like sweat and.
Yeah, it's been a pretty brutal summer here.
Yeah,
It's been really
it's been
hot
so humid.
and humid. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice weather.
I just thought I would like remind everyone that at the end there will be a giveaway, and in order to win the giveaway, you need to comment the word giveaway on this live video, and you will enter your chance to win. And yeah, it should be fun. You guys are giving away one of your tote bags, and I'm sure it'll look pretty cool. So, you know, I'm sure everyone wants a tote bag. So,
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
yeah. So let's go ahead and get started. How did you guys like meet and start your music journey together?
Yeah, so like we both went to the same school.
College.
Yeah. So that's kind of where we met, Lakeland, Florida. It's like between Tampa and Orlando. So it's a small city, but we met at a small school there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I was in another band. We were a little bit more like rock, and I wanted to do something different and
Specifically indie pop.
yeah, like synth driven type music.
Yeah.
And Liz and I had just started dating at the time. It was like 2015.
Yes.
And I was like
5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I was like, do you want to start a band with me?
Yeah.
Or you want to be in a band with me? And she's just like, yeah. So, yeah, it's been cool.
That's kind of how we started it. He was just like, do you want to do this? So I was like, okay.
Yeah. We both grew up like listening to really similar music, like Passion Pit, Tour Cinema Club. Phoenix, yeah.
The OGs.
Yeah. And so we liked like the same music.
Yeah.
So it was like supernatural right off the bat.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm trying to think. We started a Kickstarter because we were poor college kids.
Yes.
And we raised like $3,000.
Yeah.
And recorded our first EP. And yeah, we moved here. We got married, and then we moved here.
That's a big one.
Yeah. and we've just been in Nashville making music,
Yeah.
playing shows, and yeah, it's been crazy since Corona hit. We've just been in our studio writing and recording and stuff.
Yeah, we miss shows though so much.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
but it's been cool.
Um,
A good crowd to to try songs out to and stuff, because they're like really honest. Like,
yes,
you play a song that you think is dope, and like
they'll give you nothing.
They'll give you nothing if they don't like it, which is great because I need somebody to like tell me if a song is good or not.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah.
Because I just write, or we both just write so much that like it's good to like get feedback and stuff.
Yes.
So it sucks
We
without
miss
that
having
feedback.
that feedback.
Yeah.
But
I bet. Did you guys both grow up like learning music at a young age, or was it just kind of in the family, or how did that work out?
Well, I didn't grow up like playing instruments actually, which I always regret. I'm like, shoot, I should have played piano, but I always did like dance, so I did ballet and stuff like that. And then I was always in choir, so I was like a choir nerd, like theater, like singing in the background. So I didn't start like singing myself to be heard until Chaz was like, hey, be in this band with me. I was like, wow, okay. I feel like I've grown so much in the past like 5 years singing with him, because he like can play all the instruments and is very musical. Wow. So
yeah, I started playing piano when I was like 8, and keys are definitely my main instrument, but like I can play guitar and bass, and I can.
Used to play drums.
Drums, yeah. Don't play them anymore. But so I've kind of been teaching her how to play piano.
I'm learning.
And
slowly.
We're both learning a lot. Like, I'm trying to learn how to produce while we're here.
Production stuff.
Yeah. We have our producer in Florida that we work with remotely, so we'll like record stuff here, and we'll send like an Ableton session to him, and then he'll like mix it and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We have people that are like playing on songs in Florida. Playing on songs here. Yeah, because of COVID, like, literally our bassist played over our newest single remotely. Like, he wasn't even in our house.
Yeah.
So.
But it's cool we can do it like that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine like having to transition from everything being in person to everything online. I'm sure it's difficult, but at least you're learning things. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's just a different vibe.
It is. Yeah, you kind of just have to adjust and like focus on the positive, because it's really easy to get just hung up on just all the stuff that's happening right now.
For sure.
So we try to just like do what we can with what we got.
Embracing the change.
Yeah. Awesome. So with your name, Willix, how did that come about?
So that's Willix is our last name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was in this band. We were called Manners, and like I said, like we broke up, and then I wanted to start a kind of a solo project. Was the idea.
Right.
And so I was gonna call it just my first name, which is Chaz, but my roommate at the time was like, dude, like I feel like that's not that cool of a name. Your last name is really dope. Like, you should go with that. So I was like hesitant at first, but I was just like, all right, we'll do Willix. There's not any other Willixes, you know.
Yeah.
At least that I know of.
That we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Name.
Do you have like a special background with your name at all, like where it comes from?
I know that it's Irish.
It's Irish.
Yeah.
Got it.
Like I've never heard that like ever.
Yeah, it's a crazy name.
It sounds like a made-up word.
Yeah.
That's why it works so well as a band name.
People get it like pretty mixed up.
Yeah.
Like
Skrillex.
Reading it and stuff, and like when we say our name, they're like, what?
Like, no.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
People said like Wilcox and stuff like that, which is funny. We actually have friends with the last name Wilcox.
Yeah.
But yeah, Willix is it's out there. It sounds like a made up word for sure.
Yeah. I was on the phone with my mom, and she was like, "Oh, you're doing an interview today? Like, who are you doing the interview with?" And I was like, "Oh, their name is Willix." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Willix." She was
Yeah.
like, "William?" I was like, "No."
Yeah, we say Will IX.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of how we
But that's like,
explain it.
that literally sums it up so much, though.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and I was like, oh my gosh. But like, my mom's already someone who, when you're out talking with her on the phone, especially, like, she just can't get names, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no. I'm like, just watch it. They'll explain.
I feel like it's so easy to get like band names
Band
confused.
names, yeah.
Even like some of the most simple band names, like Coin, I think is like a very simple name. But I'll tell people about them, and they're like, Corn? I'm like,
Yeah,
you know,
Completely
like
different.
coin.
yeah,
Like any.
Coin. Penny.
it just like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's tough. Band names
Yeah.
are hard.
You try to be artistic, and people just don't get it. No, just kidding.
Yeah,
The hater's gonna hate. What can I say?
I know.
I know.
Gotta keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yeah. With keeping doing with what you're doing, do you want to do your first song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can see.
Yeah, so this is our single we just put out.
Yes.
I am like sometimes the internet on Instagram can be kind of like weird, but if we do get kicked off sometime or whenever, just join right back on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's just a precaution.
Sweet.
Cool.
Thank you.
It's gonna make me wait. Couldn't stay tonight. It's gonna make me wait. I can see the light inside. It's all that I can say now. Just keep wondering. It's all that I can do now. Just keep waiting. I've been waiting for someone like you to pull my feet in the right direction. So you know, change where I think I belong. But I'm better because of it. I've spent all day trying to comprehend where you think I still think that it's better. Settle down and look crappiest when I can see the vacancy leaving me. So you know it's calling. Oh, it's calling something meaning. Cause we've been waiting long enough to know the distance. Oh, you know it's calling. Oh, it's not the meaning. Cause we've been waiting long enough to know. It's all I can say now. Or just keep wondering. It's all I can do now. Or just keep waiting. I've been waiting for someone like you to pull my feet in the right direction. So you know, change where I think I belong. But I'm better because of it. I've spent all day trying to comprehend where you think I still think that it's better. Settle down in the crappy sweater. I can see the vacancy. Shall be mine to the end of time. someone like you to pull my feet in the right direction. You know, she's where I think I belong. Better 'cause of the action, all they trying to come in. You think it's something that is meant. Settle down on the properties weather. I can see the vacancy leaving. It's gonna make me wait, but could it stay tonight? It's gonna make me wait. I can see the light inside.
Yay! Great. Awesome. I loved it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I remember finding that song and watching the music video to it, which was really cool because you guys, I think you made it mostly on your iPhone, is that correct?
Yeah, it was like all on our iPhone.
All on iPhone.
Yeah.
So how was that process like to do that?
You want to tell them?
Yeah, Chaz just had this idea. He like just recently upgraded his iPhone, and we were like, we really want to shoot a music video. We're kind of on a time crunch. We're going to Florida for our anniversary. Like, we should shoot a video ourselves, just like DIY. We know we're going to the beach, so we just brought our tripod and set up our phone, and then just took like a day and dedicated some time to like go around and just shoot some like little videos. But we had like a lot of ideas just in our head, like, oh, this shot would look cool, like this building is cool, we should go over there. And it was really fun because we got to like explore like the beach that we were at. We had never been there, so it like kind of was an excuse to walk around a bunch. And yeah, we're really happy with how it turned out.
Yeah, we had like a week, I think, right? It was like a little more than a week vacation.
Yeah.
And we were in St. Pete, Indian Rocks Beach, which is like a really pretty beach.
Yeah, like Tampa, Florida
Yeah.
area.
And so we were kind of scouting out like locations for the first like half of the week.
Yes. And then
so we had like a list.
Had some ideas.
Yeah.
And then just went for it. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. That's super cool. My grandparents live down the Tampa area, so I kind of know where you're talking
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's so cool.
I live in Spring Hill. It's like kind of near Tampa. It's like 30 minutes, but you're probably not Florida. I don't know if you guys, are you Florida natives at all, or?
I am.
She
I'm
is.
from Jacksonville.
Okay.
And yeah, so I know kind of.
Yeah. And so, yeah, so what is that song like? Where did you guys get the inspiration for it, and how did it kind of lyrically come about and musically?
So it's kind of crazy. So like the chorus, that chorus hook, has been in my head since like forever. Like since I was in like the last band before Willix. And I always thought it was like someone else's song or something. So it's like, oh, I can't use that because I'm gonna, you know, like that's always the thing I think about.
Yeah.
Like, is this someone else's song that
Yeah.
I'm just like stealing right now?
That's such a thing.
Especially when it's like too good. I'm like, this is too good for it to be like.
It's too catchy.
Sometimes I think that, but yeah, I thought that for like a solid year, but I always had the melody in my head. It would just like constantly come up because it's catchy.
Yeah.
And like let me think, like you were graduated, right?
Yeah, so Chaz is behind me a year in school, so I was waiting for him to like finish up college, and we were long distance. Like, I was living in Jacksonville, and he was 3 hours away in Lakeland.
Yeah,
so,
I was like living in Lakeland with the surfer, working in Orlando, so it's like an hour away.
Yeah,
like night shifts at the van store,
like van shoes,
in like the International Mall.
So good.
So it was like a really weird job,
Yeah.
really crazy hours, and I was doing online classes and stuff. So I was just like tired, and like I just missed Liz a lot, and I hated being away from her and stuff. and it was weird because like, you know, I'm from North Carolina, so like I was maybe like 10 hours away from you at the time.
Yeah.
Like 10 hours, which is a lot. And then I stayed in Florida to be closer to her, but like
We were still long
I
distance.
couldn't really hang out with her,
Yeah.
you know? So it was like this weird feeling of like, I want to be with this person, but I can't.
Mm-hmm.
But I also kind of can, which makes it worse.
Right.
And so I would drive, you know, back and forth to Orlando, and I would just started writing music in my car with my voice memos. I just turned my voice memos on, and I just started singing. And yeah,
That's how Vacancy came
that's
out.
kind of how Vacancy came out. Like the first ideas and like,
Mm-hmm.
and then that melody, I just was like, oh, that's a great melody. I'm just gonna use it. Like it's fine. It's probably fine.
I don't think we haven't found a song that's like that. So
Yeah.
I think it's just us tapping.
But
Anything like that. So I was like,
yeah.
good. You're
Well, it's
probably-
cool though, cause like the song was written, you know, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's one
Pretty
of our
much.
it's one of our first Willix songs or song ideas. So the fact that it's coming out this year is like super
Yeah.
symbolic to us because it just feels really full circle. And like we're here and it's like a 5-year-old song and this year is crazy. So we're like, this is like the perfect
Yeah.
song to
It's
release
also-
now.
It also has so many elements of things that we've learned to do along the way, like sample vocals and like
Right.
we just got nicer gear and like figured out how to make different sounds and stuff.
Mhm.
Like if we would have made the song around the time we made our EP,
It would have sounded so different.
so different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really glad that we like
We waited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
It's pretty
cool.
epic.
That was a really, really neat story. I mean, I love that you guys are like a couple and you're doing this music gig together. Like, that's awesome. I mean, I'm sure you guys every now and then probably do have creative differences.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
I feel like
It's not as much as you would think.
it's like normal
It's
relationship
normal
stuff.
amount,
Like I'll just
yeah.
say something stupid or something.
Yeah,
and
and be
I'll
like, no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, we like a lot of the same things.
Yes. Yeah. We're usually on the same page.
Yeah.
Like creatively, especially.
I
So.
feel like it's more like emotional. Like,
Emotional
just like,
differences.
yeah, just like a marriage, you know, just like
Yeah.
normal stuff. We tell people that we're married and they're like,
What?
you play music together? Like they're like, I could never do that
I
with my
could
wife or
never.
husband or whatever.
I kill them.
That's
We've almost killed each other a few times.
Yeah.
I feel like as long as you're staying like level-headed for the most part, then like you're gonna be okay. Like as long as you're someone who's not gonna like be screaming at each other all the time, it's like
Yeah.
have a good conversation about something, you know?
Right.
I don't know. That's my personal point, but
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We both don't like conflict. Which is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. We hate conflict.
But at the same
so.
time, we like hate, we hate conflict. So like, we want to avoid it, but at the same time, we hate it. So like, yeah, it's weird. But like, if there's something wrong, we like are like,
We're
okay,
like, all right,
let's figure
let's
this out.
talk about the elephant.
Yeah.
yeah. So with your songwriting process, how does it, I mean, I know you explained for that song, but is there a typical way that it usually comes about and you guys generate ideas and stuff?
It's changed over
It's
time.
been changing.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be just me and a guitar
Mhm.
or me and a piano.
Mhm.
That's actually how we started the band
Mhm.
and how we started dating. I would invite her to like hang out with me when I was practicing because I was a music major, and I just write music a lot, and I wrote music a lot in college too, and I would get her to write with me and stuff, and that's kind of how I heard her sing.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah, I used
But
to be
now-
just an instrument and my voice or her voice.
Right.
But now it's like I sit down with my computer
Yeah.
and like my interface and like
Build out
try
a
to
song.
make a song.
Yeah,
like
like
make a
from
beat,
start to finish.
make a bass line, make chords, come up with a hook.
Yeah. And then we come in and I help with like melody and words and like ideas
Yeah.
to fill it in. Yeah, so we're trying to collaborate more.
Yeah,
when it
and I
comes
feel like
to
in the
that.
past it's been like I just come to her with a song basically, but
Yeah.
now we're definitely trying to be a lot more like intentional about like, okay, like let's take all our ideas and kind of just like put them
together. Yeah.
That's kind of what songwriting is. You just like, especially in a studio setting, you just like, it's just a bunch of bad ideas, and then like,
Yes.
you know, one out of every like 50 ideas, maybe even 100 ideas, is like good.
Fire.
And then you go with that.
Right.
So it's kind of dope that we do it when we're married, because like it's a little bit embarrassing to like just like
be like, is this a dumb word?
you know.
Yeah.
But we both like get it that it's like you just have to sound bad before it can sound good, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, practice makes perfect. So,
Yeah.
it's like being. I'm sure. You probably live in a shared space. I'm guessing you're married. Yeah. So like, but I never know. So,
Sure.
do you guys have like a general space in your wherever you live, to make music, or is it just like wherever?
Yeah. We're in it right now. This is our studio.
It's kind of a mess right
Got
now.
a background up. I was
Yeah,
like,
got the Moog in the
Yes,
background.
got this, and
I can
then
show you like this is the
this is
desk
the
setup.
workspace.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Very
Um, yeah, and then we track vocals in the closet. There's like a bunch of blankets hanging up right
Oh
now.
yeah. The
Yes.
whole video.
Yes, you gotta do what you can.
You're not
I
using
was.
it anymore.
There's
There you are.
literally a sleeping bag hanging up, and
That's pretty durable. I could see that working with sound.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
it's just about you just have to like absorb the like harsh sounds and stuff.
Right.
Mhm.
You're out of the picture, like.
Am I? Yeah. We have a tripod right now.
There we
Shout
go.
out to my dad for giving us this phone stand
tripod,
thing.
yeah.
You can put it on tripods. Super dope.
Oh, cool. That is
Yeah,
cool.
we should
I need
get
one.
a tripod for our music video.
Yeah.
It was just like the tripod on my phone.
Oh yeah, this literal like
That was
setup
it.
right here.
Oh, awesome. That's so cool. Do you guys get any particular inspiration from other musicians or other artists with your music?
Definitely.
Yeah, we were just talking about that today, actually.
Yeah.
We're like, who are our influences? Like,
It's kind of crazy. I feel like my influences are so random.
mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I grew up on like punk rock, like Blink-182 and stuff like that. So a lot of like, there's a ton of rock influence for me. Like growing up, it wasn't until like MGMT came out that I got into that kind of stuff. You know, like them and like Passion Pit. So there's like a ton of punk and like rock, and then like a lot of like synth wave type stuff,
Right.
Like in indie stuff. Yeah, I don't know, but to name a few though, like new people, I guess like Valley's a really big one for us. They're from Canada.
Yes, you know
really,
Valley.
really good people.
They're good. They're the best.
They're a huge influence. It's actually kind of weird how much of an influence they are on us. Like, we do similar things. Like, I'll have like an idea, and then they'll do it in a music video, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
You're like,
yeah, we're
Yes.
like on the same. It's crazy.
It's so funny.
They're probably the most. Well, I always like reference them when people are like, "What do you guys
What
sound
do you
like?"
sound like? Yeah, we're probably closest to them. Yeah.
But and then like Coin and some like British stuff. Like, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Like Declan McKenna. I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
People
Is he from Nashville?
What'd you say?
Is he from Nashville?
No, but he
No.
was here.
I saw that he was there, and I was like, what?
Yes, we were really wanting to see. He played a show, and then he was like hanging out with one of our friends, and we didn't get to
He's
go
like
see
good.
him.
He's
We
like
were
good
working.
friends with one of our friends.
But yeah, it's really weird. I hope we can like connect with him someday. That
Yeah.
was so crazy.
And he's like a baby too. I think he's younger
He's
than
so
us.
young. Yeah.
Yeah.
When he came out with Brazil, he looked like he was like 14.
Yeah.
I think he was like under 18 though.
16.
For real. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
he's so talented. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember like I literally like just like yesterday I was like listening to his recent album. I forget what it's called, but I know that I was listening to the song The Astronaut or something like that.
Like Beautiful Faces, or no, that's one of the singles.
That's
I
like
don't remember the name.
I don't know. I can't remember it
Yeah.
at this
Oh,
point. But yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, it's really David Bowie vibes.
yes.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Also,
Also
an influence for sure.
influence.
David Bowie. Like some old stuff, like The Cure.
Yeah, for sure.
My dad loves The Cure, so
That's awesome.
he was always listening to them, like growing up.
Oh, the new album is called Zeros.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's like very spacey. That's why that's what
Yeah, it sounds huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whoever makes the dinner great.
Yeah.
would you say that your creative process has changed from what you like so I guess location wise when you used to live in Florida and then you moved to Nashville, do you think your creative process has changed because of your location at all?
Yes.
100%.
We really like environment affects creativity so much.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like the first year that we lived here, we were making really strange music because I think we were just trying to figure out Nashville. And
We didn't
like
have any friends.
we didn't have friends yet.
Yeah.
Like we knew no one moving here. So the music we wrote was not good.
It was like LCD sound system, but like if they were bad.
bad LCD.
Yeah. If they were like really bad.
I love them.
Yeah, I love LCD sound
We
systems.
were doing them dirty. It
But,
was like not very good.
Yeah, it was like long loops of just drony.
Sad drony.
minor.
Nothing like us at all.
Yeah, it didn't sound anything like what we have out.
Yeah. So that I think after we got used to being here and comfortable and made friends, we were like, okay, now we can make some indie pop. But yeah, I think it depends on like who's around you, where you're
Yes.
located.
Yeah,
Like,
location is huge.
In Florida, we were writing really beachy music, and that was like
Yeah.
so easy to tap into because there's palm trees everywhere.
Mhm.
And then here it's like, oh, this is like kind of more mountainy. What's the vibe here? It's like big city, fast paced,
Kind of urban. It's a lot more urban than I was expecting.
It's not very
so.
southern. Like it's,
Yeah, I was expecting it to be like country
Country.
bars everywhere and like people in like.
but you can
Cowboy
avoid
boots.
all of that.
But yeah, I mean, we like never see that stuff.
No.
That's what I like my mom because like I personally want to move to Nashville after I graduate and
Oh,
she
yeah.
was like, oh, like yes, totally go there, and like she's really into country music, so and I'm not like the biggest country fan, and I was like, I don't know, and I've never been there, like I want to
Damn.
been there, so like it's like what?
You should
Um,
come.
Yeah, you should definitely visit.
Yeah, I mean, there's like so many good spots here, and
Yeah, it's a cool.
it's a great place to live.
and everyone
Yeah.
is so great, so friendly, and like.
Yeah, because I'm from Bloomington, Indiana, if you know where that is, and so it's like right where Indiana University is.
Got
Got
you.
it.
Okay. Everybody seems to know that when I say that. And then so it's like it's pretty city-ish, but it's not like a huge city like Chicago or something like that. So it's pretty great.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I just want something familiar but also different.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why we chose to move here too. And
Yeah, it's
we really want to make
super
like
dope.
an album, like go to like a beach house and make an album, go to like a cabin and make an album, or like it's
Tokyo.
yeah, just like
Go to Tokyo.
go to
and make
different
a record.
places
You know,
and
just,
see
like,
what
different
comes out.
spots.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like I'm sure some sociologist is
Yes.
like the perfect social experiment.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, for real though. I feel
So
like
true.
our music went from like being this just like really happy, maybe slightly naive, but like really happy type music, upbeat. And then it changed to like, I don't know, like we have a lot of stuff we haven't put out yet, and it's not necessarily darker, but it just feels more grown up and like a little more aware of the world, maybe.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think also like Florida, we knew a bunch of people, and we had this crazy support system of like insanely talented musicians. And then here we had no one for like 7 months.
Now we do,
but it made us like, I don't know. It just like made us figure stuff out.
Yeah.
It was good for us though.
That's good. Yeah, that's always a challenge, you know, anywhere you go. But so like with that and with making new music in new locations, do you want to do your next song?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good segue.
I know, she's killing it with the transition.
Yes.
Alright, so this next song is the single we put out before our last single called In Your Arms. Didn't know I was falling until you came around. Didn't know I was so glad until you came around. No, I don't know if I ever said these words. I don't know if they're from the page and word. I know that I still need you. My heart. In your arms is where I belong. I know that I'm wrong. It's you and I. In your arms is where I belong. When I look at you, every time it's like the first time. No, I was holding out until we found a way around it. Didn't know that I needed you until we found a way around it. I don't know if I ever said these words. I don't know if they're far off the page and run. I know that I still need you, my love. In your arms is where I belong. I know that I'm wrong. It's you and I. In your arms is where I belong. Every time is like the first time. I've been waiting for you to say my name. I can hear you say it 1,000 times. I've been waiting for you to say my name. I can hear you say it 1,000 times. I've been waiting for you to say my name. This is where I belong. I know that I'm wrong when I realize it's you and I. In your arms is where I belong. Every time it's like the first.
Yay! Good. So where'd you get that inspiration for that song from?
That was just this sappy love song that I wrote.
We needed a sappy love song.
Yeah, I was like in between jobs and just in our apartment, in our teeny little apartment, just trying to make music. And one day I realized I had this Casio. It's like from the 80s.
It's really
It's
cool.
a piece of junk, but it's a really cool little
It's
keyboard.
always trying to break on us too.
Yeah. It's one of those things you have to like hold the cable right to even make it work.
Yeah.
But it has like a drum machine on it.
Yeah.
And it has this beat. I think it's called disco.
Disco.
And I was listening to the beats because I didn't realize that they had beats. And that. Yeah, I heard it. I was like, "Whoa, that's a sick beat." So I just like had it playing, and then I hit my voice memo, and literally immediately started playing it, like writing it.
Yeah.
And that verse, like,
yeah,
was 100% what ended up being the verse of the song.
I think that might be the fastest song you've ever written.
For sure. I was like super inspired.
Yeah.
And
just
that's another thing about songwriting. You just like don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Like you could sit down and make like a literal garbage song, or you could sit down and make your best song. Like you just don't know what's gonna happen. So
that's true.
You just have to keep doing it.
Yep.
But
yeah.
And I had written so many bad songs before that, and then I sat down and made that, and I was like, oh my gosh,
it's my good song.
Such a good song. So
yeah.
You ever like share your song before it gets published and out into the internet and the world with like fellow artists or fellow family and friends and be like, what do you think of this? Can I have some comments?
Yes, we do get a little bit of feedback, but I think we always regret it.
we don't share it a lot.
We don't really share it that much, to be honest. Yeah.
At least with like friends and stuff.
Right.
We kind of keep it.
But like with the
pretty
people,
tightly knit.
Yeah, with the guys we write with, like musically, we'll like run it by them and stuff.
Yeah.
But anytime we've shown it to family, they're like supportive, but they might not like be able to give you like feedback, if that makes sense. But like, I would listen to it. And
they're super supportive.
That's
though.
a good sign.
That's good.
Like we were listening to the mix, our first mix of Vacancy, which that's kind of how it works when you like make a record. You have the person that's mixing it, and they send you the first one, and you're like, I need more guitar or whatever, and then they fix it. They send you the next mix. So for Vacancy, it took us like maybe like 4 mixes. It was really fast, but we listened to the first mix, and I was just listening to it like, okay, this needs to change. This needs to change. This needs to change. So I wasn't even really paying attention to it, and her mom was like, "It's perfect. Like it's done." And I was like, "No, it's not done."
So that's the pro of showing it to people.
But they're super positive.
Yeah.
Like, for the most part.
Both of our families are super supportive.
Family, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could show it to them. We're just like, I guess, a little bit secretive.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sometimes people are like that. Sometimes you have creative people who are like really like, oh, I want to show my work. I want everyone to see it. I want critique everything. Tell me what you don't like. But then some people are like, I just make what I like.
Yeah.
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 That's kind of our vibe.
I feel like we're like kind of a mix
in the
of
middle,
both.
maybe.
I used to be like, I'd make like a demo and it wouldn't even be done, and I'd be like, "What do you think of this?" And people would be like, "I don't really like it," or like a bunch of critiques, and I'm pretty sensitive, so it was like horrible for me. So now I just like, I'd way rather like make a song, have it done, mastered, and ready, and then be like, "Hey, check this out."
Yeah.
Because it's like a well-formulated idea, like to its fullest potential.
Right.
So even if somebody doesn't like it, I'm like, well, I think it's dope. So
yeah,
with
like making music in Nashville, is there anything that you think benefits you from being in Nashville versus being in Florida?
That's a really good question.
What was the question?
Oh.
So being in Nashville.
I can see.
Sorry, my phone was glitching. It was glitching. I had to fix it.
Okay.
So, with being in Nashville versus being in Florida, do you think because it is such like a music city, it is more helpful in that kind of way?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've definitely met a lot of cool people here, so that's been good.
Yeah. I think we've realized just maybe it's just like getting older or something, but I think like you can really do whatever you want to do wherever you are, if that makes sense. Like I think like some of the most like underground like artists that are huge now came from like Idaho or like somewhere random.
Yeah.
You're like, where are they from? They're not from New York or LA or Nashville. They're from like somewhere random and they're killing it. So I think like, yeah, I mean, we moved here to make connections and like take advantage of the music community. And I think we have done that a good amount. We'll continue to, but I think we could do it anywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, if that makes sense. But we love Nashville.
I think that's what we're realizing with coronavirus too.
Specifically that.
Because like it's not like we can like see
we
people as much.
Can't play shows.
Or so we're just kind of realizing,
everything is so like
just do it anywhere.
Digitally driven, like marketing and everything. It's online. So if you think about it like that, it's like so much potential. You could do it anywhere, really. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good question.
With COVID and everything, how has that been in general, like with your personal life, with your music? I know it's probably been tough, but like, do you have anything specific that's like really changed the way you live, I guess?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I mean, like, there's a lot of things, like everyone.
I mean,
have to wear masks and, you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, so for my job, I deliver for like Amazon or whatever, so I always wear a mask when I'm delivering. So I don't even think twice about it anymore.
Right.
It was really weird at first though.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
I feel like before coronavirus, we were kind of chilling and just making good music. Mm-hmm. And like after or during coronavirus, I feel like we're just working really, really hard, like job wise, and then making as much good music as we can.
Yeah, like in every way, we're like working really, really hard.
Yeah, we're just working. So it can be pretty exhausting.
Yeah.
But you know, it's rewarding for sure.
Yeah, I think there's been like pros. Like when we were on lockdown in Nashville, Chaz, like the timing of it, he was on spring break because he was teaching music at a private school, so they were on spring break anyways. And then they were like, yeah, like we're not gonna have you come back, and we were like, shoot, what are you gonna do now?
Yeah.
But he just kind of took a month and like just wrote music and like is working on a side project, and then we were just like creating a lot while he was home, and I worked from home anyways, so like it wasn't a huge impact on me right away, but then it was like for us both at the same time. But we just like took the opportunity to be like, okay, I guess we're just gonna like create as much as we can right now.
Yeah.
And then we'll work really hard and like, you know, work to pay our bills, but like we can do music and we can like express what we're feeling emotionally and mentally through music. Like let's just like put it into that basically.
Yeah.
So
I feel like we also kind of realized like,
which is what you want to do, but
we also kind of realized like we have to have something to look forward to.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like we can't work all the time, even make music all the time.
No.
It's still work. So like,
yeah,
we've been intentional about being like, okay, this night is a date night. We're not doing anything else but spending time with each other.
Yeah.
Or, you know, whatever.
Movie
we're socially
night.
distancing with a friend.
Right.
Just having little things like that to look forward to has been huge for us and good for our mental health.
Yes.
Because I think at first we were just like, everyone else was like, oh, cool, I can just kind of do whatever and like hang out at my house. And we were like, work.
Yeah.
We did like the opposite reaction.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard a lot of things and a lot of like articles about like how couples especially how they're adjusting to having to be together all the time now.
Yeah.
Yes. That was like our favorite part. I was like, low key, this is like vacation.
Yeah. Yeah, we love being together.
Yeah. It's like, this is awesome. Don't go back to work.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. I know, you know, some people it's like, I can't stand you.
I know.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, we're like friends.
Yeah.
So it's like not like that, but
yeah, I don't really get that. Like,
I don't.
why do you
I
get
don't get
married
that
if
one,
you don't?
but I kept seeing that everywhere too. I was like, ooh, that's probably not a good. That does not
Yeah.
bode well.
If you can't, in my personal opinion, if you can't like just be around that person for a long extended period of time, then it's like what? like like
Yeah.
how are
Yeah.
you what?
If you're supposed to coexist together, like
That's more like
yeah,
that's almost like the same as like being in love, thinking you're in love with like the hottest girl at school,
right,
but like in reality, you're just in love with the idea of her.
right.
You know what I mean? That's what
Yeah.
that marriage is. Like they're in love with the idea of this person that they've just like made into this like false,
Yeah.
and
No,
you know they can never live up to that. So we just like I don't know. We just keep it real.
You're getting free marriage advice right now.
I know. I'm like,
Keep it
okay,
really real.
I know.
write it down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I also have like a long distance boyfriend, so I'm like,
Cool.
I totally feel what you guys. I mean, like not
Yeah.
totally because you're together now, but I was like when you were talking about that before, I was like, I understand.
Like, I get
Yeah.
it. I feel it. It
Most
sucks.
people will go through that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's a good thing to go through, but it's really hard. So we feel
Yeah.
you.
Because I
Yeah.
feel like there can be long distance relationships that it's like you just end up being like, wow, this really isn't the person for me. They're not like
Yeah.
any effort, they're not doing anything, or
Yes.
they're freaking out, they're insecure. And then
Yeah.
there's the people who it's like, hey, like it's okay, we'll see each other soon. No
Yeah.
worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Yes.
Yeah. Long distance is hard too because it's like you have to like just kind of like forget about yourself and like just be like focusing on the other person more. I think more than usual
Yeah.
because it's like
Extra.
you don't realize it, but like the phone call or whatever FaceTime call makes a ginormous impact on that person, you know? So like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. We had to realize that too with our
Yes.
stuff.
I feel you on that, girl.
Yeah. I feel like we're having a therapy session, but I'm totally
Literally.
with it.
And that was
You
for free. No, just kidding.
if the conversation goes that way, it goes that way. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Do you have any more songs you'd like to perform for us today?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do one more.
So like we were gonna do the song called Loving, which is funny
Yeah.
'cause we're talking about love. But I think we should do that song. I think we should do our song Calm, especially with what's going on in the world right now. It's just super applicable. So yeah.
Sounds good. Does your perspective change the way do your eyes hold everything? Do you just hold on there and be where you are instead of looking out for more?
Would you stop making choices in your mind? Cause you're really, really out of time. Stop making choices in your mind. Cause you're really, really out of time. You should calm your mind. Tell me, do you deprecate? Just put your thoughts in overtime. You should calm your mind. Tell me if the grade's what you know. I saw it once. You should calm your mind. Is this really what you're asking for? Cause I can see straight and I know that I will see between these lines. Oh, you're all I wanted. Well, I was thinking maybe, baby, we could just stop making choices in your mind. Cause you're really out of time. Stop making choices in your mind. Cause you're really, really out of time. You should calm your mind. Tell me, do you deprecate? Just put your thoughts in. You should calm
Awesome! Lovely. I loved it. That song was really sweet. It was really sweet. Got a lot of sweet vibes from that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of sounded, in my perspective, that you're just trying to like calm your mind, basically.
Yeah,
But I get from it, you're literally just like laying in bed, taking deep breaths, trying your best not to get this.
100%.
Yes, so true.
Yeah, that's like 3 a.m. me,
3 a.m.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, literally
Um,
felt that super late at night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just got a cat and she loves to wake me up at like 5 a.m. and be like, "Hi, it's time to wake up." And I'm like, "No."
Classic.
Like, please, no.
Like, please let me sleep. That's so
Yeah.
funny.
So that song, yeah, that song was, I'm still like pondering over it. um how do you guys usually see music as a way for you guys to kind of escape maybe some anxiousness or other stressful things going on in your life in the day to day?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. That's like huge. I feel like there's an underlying element to that in like all of our songs, maybe.
For sure.
I've noticed, anyways.
Yeah.
Like, I think it just comes out subconsciously. Like, if we're feeling anxious or depressed or whatever, like, we both deal with mental health stuff like everyone else. And
Yeah.
I think that music is just like a huge outlet for us to like process that and be like, you know, we're feeling this, but it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always like turn it around.
I feel like as we've like gotten older and like written more songs, we're like getting even more specific too with like anxiety. Like like we have a new song. I literally talk about how like coffee makes me anxious in the song.
Yeah.
You know, just like super specific, but like that's so real for me. You know.
And you're like, I just want to be productive.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, anxiety sucks, man. It's like a crippling thing, you know, if you don't like take care of yourself. I kind of realized that while living here. I like got really, really, really anxious like 2 years ago,